Hey, what's up, guys? Norcetto here. Thanks for stopping in. And welcome back after that nice long break for the mid-season gap between Stage 2 and Stage 3. It's been a while. A lot of stuff has gone on, but I am very, very happy that Stage 3 is right around the corner, starts back this week, and it is a doozy of a week for the Atlanta Reign. But before we get into that, there has been a few things that have happened over the break that I want to cover real quick. And yeah, let's do a quick fire style. Let's go. All-Stars Weekend happened, featuring Dogman representing the Atlanta Reign in the Atlantic Division. Dogman made it out to a watch party to support Dogman. Momocon came and went, with Kasaurus, Kodak, and Inlayer sitting on a panel answering questions from fans and just hanging out in Atlanta. Birthday Palooza happened, where Kodak, Jared Gilmore, Nick Dallas, Erster, and myself all had birthdays. The dudes played paintball, and Fanatics launched more gear. Some good, some bad, some redacted. Also, ATL Academy made it to the Atlantic Showdown, and even though they weren't able to make it to the end, we were able to knock out the Brits, and what more can you ask for? How about those ATL Academy boys? No, for real though. I'm really proud of them. I appreciate them representing us in the Atlantic Showdown in Berlin. I think they did a wonderful job. That's top tier talent there, and they were able to keep up, including knocking out the British Hurricane. Which, I mean, what more can you ask for? They knocked out the Brits, so I'm happy. I can't wait for the next go around for the guys. And yeah, good job, guys. I appreciate you. But we should move on to Stage 3, Week 1, which is arguably the toughest set of games that Atlanta is going to have to face the entire season. We start the week off on Thursday, first game of the stage, versus San Francisco Shock, who have been on an absolute tear as of late. Including plowing through the Stage 2 finals and giving Vancouver Titans their first loss in a long, long time. Before they were even the Vancouver Titans, they have just been winning game after game after game. So this is a huge deal that San Francisco Shock was able to knock them out. And you know, it's not a regular season loss. This does not really affect the standings, but it shows that Vancouver can bleed and that Shock are terrifying, man. But yeah, this is gonna be a very, very hard game for us. Now, knowing what we know from the team and where we have struggled in the past, which a lot of times comes down to our emotional state and things like roster issues, losing people, having to integrate new people in. It seems like that's not going to be as much of a concern this go around. We're not losing anyone or picking anyone up that we know about right now. There seems to be a good bit of consistency on the team. There have been a few little issues that we seem to have hopefully put to rest, and we showed that we can compete with the top teams by beating New York twice in a row. Not just once, not a fluke. We came back and showed that it was skill, it was talent, and it's something that Atlanta is capable of doing. So while the Shock are arguably the best team in the league right now, I think at the very, very least, Atlanta's going to give them a run for their money. So I'm really excited to see that. Following up on the Shock game on Thursday, on Saturday, we're going up against the Vancouver Titans, arguably the other best team in the league, who the only loss that they've had is that one loss versus San Francisco Shock in the Stage 2 finals. No regular season losses, and again, another team that is looking absolutely terrifying. Bumper is insane, and I don't mean that as in he's just really, really good. I mean, he's literally an insane player and will charge into the most ridiculous situations, and his team manages to play around him. They follow him in. They win fights they shouldn't. They are scrappy. They back out when they shouldn't. And Bumper is just laughing all the way to the bank. So it's such a scary team to play. But again, thanks to the Shock and even earlier games that Vancouver did end up winning like against the Chengdu Hunters, they were still beat up pretty badly. They're not infallible. They're not unbeatable. And I think that fact alone will play, again, a lot into what Atlanta needs to have in their head going into this game. We beat an unbeatable team or one that people considered an unbeatable team in New York Excel, and we did it twice. We have the talent. We have the skill. We can beat Vancouver. We can beat San Francisco. So, yeah, I'm ready for it. I hope you guys are too. Not only do we have these games coming up, there's a couple really cool things going on for the fans in Atlanta. This Saturday, there's going to be a watch party, and if you show up, I think the entry fee there is I think it's $7. Might be a couple extra bucks for taxes, fees, and stuff like that. But you will get to play arcade games for free for an hour with that admission. So make sure you sign up for that. Make sure you get your tickets to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. On top of that, the royal family is hosting a giveaway for some homestand tickets. There's a grand prize for a 2-day pass and a runner-up prize for a single-day pass. And what this is, just to kind of give an explanation for it, is the more watch parties you go to throughout Stage 3, the more chances you will have to get put into a raffle to win tickets for the homestand. So I will absolutely link information about this giveaway in the description below. Definitely check it out. Make sure you're coming to these watch parties. These guys are putting in so much work to make sure that us, the fans, are able to have a good time, and very, very passionate people running this organization and this group. And I just really appreciate them. So yeah, check that out. Make sure to go to these watch parties to support the team and possibly get some free tickets to the Atlanta homestand weekend, which will be here before we know it, guys. It'll be here before we know it. But that is what I have right now. There is some news bubbling about potentially some new jerseys coming out. When that happens, I will see what I can do about covering that, getting a video up quick, because I am very excited to hear about that after the Fanatics kerfuffles we've had. But yeah, when there's more news, you will hear from me. And until then, let it rain.